doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, yo, cigarette butts crushed on the floor, coffee grind running down the wall. Thought you could've go and make me bleed. All it did was give me the ammunition I needed. Sitting in the back row, waiting my turn. You putting me here, but soon you're gonna burn. One thing that you never seem to learn is that you can't knock me down. I stand firm, maybe on the fire, but not burning up. I come out on top, like the beat of down. I may be on the road, but I'm not going down. Give me one more day, I'll be wanted all over town. Racing through my veins and my heart still beating. I'ma fight till the end, even if I'm crawling on my hands and knees and bleeding now.
Welcome to Picture Man Cave today, guys. How y'all doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. I see a few eyes are on the screen already. Doug, good morning. Hope you're having a great morning, buddy. A lot going on right now. Our West Coast is being inundated with earthquakes and just a lot happening. So I'll bring them up here on the screen. Just give me a second. All right, here we go. So this is the first thing I caught this morning, guys. Let me bring it up. All right, so Oregon, over 50 earthquake swarms off the U.S. West Coast, 55 earthquakes. Now it says starting on Tuesday and continuing into Wednesday, December 9th, more than 50 earthquakes shook the ocean floor. Now check it out. They're still going on as we speak. I'm going to show you a few videos right now. It said the tremors occurred in the Blanco fault zone. So as a result, in the vicinity of the Cascadian subduction zone. Now, I'm going to show you something real quick. I just wanted to bring that up, and then we'll go from there. Check this out. So here's a few things I've been finding. They're not just off our coast. Something's going on up in Alaska, and what I'm seeing right now is this. Bam. Check this out, Doug. So the Alaska tunnels go from Japan, because we know they're doing tunnel clean outs. So I found this morning. There's a tunnel that runs all the way underneath Japan, all the way over the tip of Alaska. So that would be the reason we're seeing that right now. And then let me see if I got another one up here. Oh, yeah. So check it out. There are stuff that's going on in Alaska is causing these, guys.
Alaska's just had 3 earthquakes in a row in the last hour over an 8.0 magnitude. It's 11:42 at night and I just saw the last update about 7 minutes ago. The 1964 earthquake wiped out most of the houses on Bayview Boulevard where my grandparents live. My grandpa was just a little kid when it happened and he remembers walking through the street with the water up to his waist. All just started an hour ago. I'm only a little scared.
There we go. Okay, also this one. This is what's happening in Alaska for everybody. And you're muted. Not anymore. Okay, so this is what's happening in Alaska right now. Are any of you seeing this on the news? I'd just like to know. Simple question. Anybody seeing any of this on the news? One of the biggest earthquakes ever up in Alaska. How come you're not seeing it on the news? How come it's not even being talked about? And then we get this.
A tsunami warning has been issued for this area. Move to high ground immediately. Choose your local radio station for details.
So I'm just going to say this. You got all that going on, yet our news is not showing it. 8.2 up in Alaska, it should be on everybody's news, inundated. You guys should be inundated with this information right now, and nobody's seeing anything. Then you got the magnitude 8.2 earthquake strikes near Alaska, producing a small tsunami. Anybody hear about a tsunami at all? This says it's producing one, guys. It says a magnitude 8.2 earthquake and numerous aftershocks struck off the Alaskan peninsula late Wednesday, according to U.S. Geological Survey. A tsunami warning was triggered. The quake struck at 10:15 local time, 91 kilometers, 56.5 miles southeast of Perryville, Alaska, with an epicenter of 46.7 kilometers, 29 depth, the Geological Survey reported. Shortly following the earthquake, the National Weather Service issued a tsunami warning that covers South Alaska and Alaska Peninsula, from Hinchinbrook entrance to Unimak Pass, as well as Aleutian Islands, from the Unimak Pass to the Samalga Pass. So, I mean, the National Tsunami Warning Center canceled the warnings early Thursday when the biggest wave of just over a half a foot was recorded in Old Harbor. But I'm just saying to you guys, none of us was seeing any of this come across our televisions. You would think it would just shut down regular programming, just regular stuff. But this is what they do. All this stuff is going on around you and nothing is being said. The news is not the news anymore. Good morning, Ray. The news is not the news anymore. I got so much going on, Ray. I don't have time to bring somebody on this morning. I have my whole thing loaded. So, all right. Yeah, the trafficking is, the tunnels are being destroyed, and a lot is happening right now. And like I said, these tsunami warnings and the tsunamis and the earthquakes that's happening over there, I have to think that it goes from the tunnels, they go from in the Aleutian Islands all the way to Japan. And one more time, I'll show you that picture so that it comes across how you need to see it. But this is where the tunnels are. They just had a tsunami warning up there. And when I was reading on the tunnel destruction and when they were going through the tunnels, they said that they have technology to counteract a lot of the things because the deep state, think about it, is doing a lot of stuff. And this is just one more aspect of it. I'm going to show you guys what's really been going on. Let me load this on screen and check this out. So when I was digging around, you know me, I got to look around and find stuff. And this is what I found for you guys. Check it out. Boom. What? There's a patent? Just a sec. Let me remove this one. Now check this out. There is a patent to control hurricane and tornadoes. So this is a control device. This is your patent number. And let's just look into this, shall we? It says a method is disclosed for affecting the formation and direction of low atmospheric weather systems. Audio generators are positioned to project sound waves toward a peripheral area of the weather system. The sound waves are generated at frequency to affect the formation of the weather system in a manner that disrupt, enhance, and direct the formation. The sound waves can also be projected in a manner that to cause the system produce rain. Now check this out. Let me see if I can find it here because actually let me go over one. Just one sec. Let me stop that screen, bring you guys up a different screen. See if I got the PDF on this bad boy. Let's see if that's the one. Okay, so look at this one. Hurricane and tornado control device. Right here. Now look at what it does. It sends these waves up to the clouds. And now listen to this. When we are driving around, I show my wife that there's these clouds that have radio waves. They look like just a radio wave across the sky. Now this is what they're doing. They're hitting those clouds and they're making them look literally like waves up in the sky with these antennas that are on the ground. And you see what it can do? As they increase these waves, it increases the circulation in between them. You see what they can do? Now, if you change direction and you do a wave one way and another way, what happens? You start spinning that air. You actually create. And if you look, it starts right here at 10. They get that bad boy up to 50 miles per hour with just a few oscillating antennas. And then look, this is what they do. They manipulate it. They move it around. They set it down on places like Kentucky. They set it down. They try it out all the time. They test. These are testings so that they can show you the damage caused. All right, hurricane control, field of invention. You know, I mean, look at all this. If you guys want to look this up, I'll give you the number here in a second. But I'm going to show you. There's another one I saw. So just 1 second. Let me click over to that screen and see if it's. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let me go to the other one. I'll bring that up right now. Now, check this out. Okay, here's the one I want you guys to notice. Okay, now on screen I have, if you look, there's a ship down here in the ocean. And it has a conduit up to, do you guys ever see these anymore? Remember the Goodyear blimps? So this thing is pumping something up. It actually has a tether. It goes up to this blimp that floats above that thing. And it's releasing stuff out of that blimp into the atmosphere. And these are working systems that they have patents for. They're doing this as we speak out in the ocean where you can't see. They're setting all this stuff down on us, all these weather systems. They're going to set a dark winter down on us with this thing. Let me see if I can get you any other views here. I know it's a side view. This is the first time, actually, I found it this morning for you guys. It says ship and dirigibles are not shown to scale, but they're literally showing you that ship's in the ocean. It's got a tether of some sort up to this blimp, and that blimp is dropping stuff into the atmosphere. So, I mean, what does that tell you guys? It's a system of things, like I always say, and they have this set to where it's going to mess with everyone. They can drought you, they can flood you, they can harm you. Just look at Kentucky. Look at the houses in Kentucky. Look at the places. If they want to level someplace, they will. Here's the nozzle dispersion off that. See? Ensuring a well-dispersed aerosol, guys. Look at that. Let me see. Ship and land-based slurry preparation. Slurry. They're preparing some slurry stuff that they spray into the air to harm everyone, to be honest. It's harming the whole planet. You know, they preach this climate control, climate change, and this, and they get everybody to donate for it, right? And guess what? This is what they're doing. They are causing it so they can get people to donate for it. And then they tell you you caused it. Meanwhile, they got systems out in the ocean dropping this stuff on our planet, putting it in the atmosphere, harming the population. And none of us see it because it's way out in the ocean. Nobody knows. I'm sure they probably route people around these systems so that nobody sees it. I'm just rolling down through this to see what else we can see. This is my first look, actually, because I found this morning for you guys. But let's see what else we can see here. Anyway, if you guys want to read this patent, I'll go. I'll drop the numbers on the screen right now. Let me pull this one off. Let me see if I got one here, actually. So I hope everybody's having a great day. Yes, that's what's causing tornadoes. The things that they're using right now, they're releasing stuff in the atmosphere, and then they ramp. Once they release the stuff in the atmosphere, they hit it with waves and get it to manipulate and do whatever they want. If they hit it with a wave one way facing this direction, and then over on the other side of town, they got another an antenna array facing the other direction, they can literally manipulate the air around that whole town and cause a swirl around the town. Now, check this out. I watched this guy one time who talked about the cell towers that you all have in your towns. I'm sure we've all looked up and seen a cell tower above us somewhere, because everywhere I go, every frigging mall has them. So this guy was saying that what those cell towers do is they create these atmospheric bubbles. They can click them on and off, and they can create an atmospheric bubble. So think about this. So you have these antenna arrays starting to move with their vibration. They're starting to roll that air around, right? Then you fire up these antennas. And what happens is they create these little atmospheric bubbles. So now that you got this thing spinning around, the atmosphere can't set down. It's these little bubbles that it literally bounces off of. Or if you shut them off, then that atmosphere can set right down on that town. Oh, tornado right on the town, tornado right over it. These other surrounding towns have theirs turned on. So the bubbles create these little almost buffer zones that it just kind of bounces off, rides over, sits down the next town. So if you've paid your due wages and you've been a good mayor and a good boy, they ride that right over your town. If you haven't been a good mayor or you're trying to get that federal funding, the mayor says, hey, sit that shit right down in our town. Destroy our town. We'll get that federal funding. It'll be good ops for you guys, optics for you guys. And that's how we'll make it happen. And so it's a system of things. And this just shows you what they've been doing on a regular. I got this guy over here. Let me see here. Where's he at? Okay, so okay, so we're going to talk about the West Coast earthquakes because this is what is happening. They're doing all this, but people are kind of spotting it and catching on what's happening. And I just would tell you that these are all man-made because they are trying to move populations. They're trying to work it to where you go where they want you to. And what better way to get you to move than set a tornado down on your area, completely destroy the area? You have to leave. You have to go somewhere else because there's no running water. There's, like in Kentucky right now, no running water. All kinds of homes, they can't go in there. They don't want patriots in there helping because of optics. So there's just a lot that's happening. All right, now check this out.
Hey guys, welcome to my page. Thank you for following me. The last video that I had about the earthquake, the 9.0 that we have a warning for on the west coast of the United States right now, bringing awareness to it, guys. I got more on my page as well. If you want to type this up above that I got printed up there, go check that out. I also have the link in my bio on my page. Much love, appreciate y'all. Spread the awareness, spread. This is it right here. The moon is exiting Virgo. Probably got another couple hours to Libra. Hey guys. So we just got a 7.2 that hit Haiti, and it looks like it's done a lot of damage. As well, we just had a 7.0 hit Alaska around the same time. It's really strange because that doesn't hit like that. I've never seen that really happen at all. Yeah, check this out. All right, so looks like about 5 hours ago, we had 7.2 in Haiti, 6.9 hit Alaska. And that's within 30 minutes apart. That's crazy. I've never seen that. Look at this. We got, so I was under the impression that it was just a 7.5 that hit the South Sandwich Islands over by Alaska. But no, I mean, that was an 8.1. And that was 48 hours ago, guys. 8.1, 7.5. Look at that, 7.1 in the Philippines. Man. Yeah, and then, of course, we had the 8.2 that struck off the coast of Alaska. The largest earthquake that happened in the last 50 years. In the United States. So all of this has been happening over the last 2 weeks, guys. Check this out, guys. This is the billionaire's escape plan. This is what America looks like after a devastating earthquake. Guys, check this out. This is Deagle.com, Depopulation Forecast 2025. This is a real military used website that they used with algorithms through AI intelligence of computer simulation forecast for the future. And this is what they're telling us that the United States is going to look at by 2025.
The United States population, now they're forecasting it to sit at 99,553,100 people in 2025.
So it's all part of the same plan. All these moving around, all these earthquakes that are happening, all the just activity on this planet is all part of the same thing. There's earthquakes happening in Haiti and earthquakes happening in Alaska, and they usually don't happen at the same time because the tectonic plates, one will do, and then later on, it'll make it over that way. But very seldom do you see them happen on the both at the same time. Then you have all these things going on. Then I show you they have earthquake control machines. They have, they have tornado control machines. They have weather control machines. We know that they're doing something with the earthquakes, and 107 has said that they have alternative energy to counteract when these earthquakes and when the deep state is doing some bad things, when they're trying to create havoc. I think, honestly, they're trying to create earthquakes and tsunamis on both coasts. Because if you look at the La Palma thing, and then you look at the West Coast thing, and then the East Coast is even having them. So you have to start thinking, what is really going on? There's more earthquake activity than we've ever seen in our lifetimes. And usually by this time, with as much as we've seen, the news would be inundated with it. That'd be the talk of the town. That'd be all real news would be talking about, is the earthquakes across the planet right now and the havoc they could create for every one of us. But nothing's being said. Nothing's being talked about. They move on with their status quo, COVID, and the real news falls by the wayside. So it's keep you freaked out, keep you scared, and then let's go ahead and hit you with some more COVID. Instead of, oh, hey, have you heard about the earthquakes that are happening? Have you heard about the earthquakes on the West Coast? Have you heard about the Alaska earthquake? Have you heard about the one in Haiti that caused damage? Have you heard about this? You know what I'm saying? It's more of the same, which means you get nothing. You get no real information. So, and I follow this girl all the time who talks about she's a La Palma girl, and she kind of has it figured out. She does scientific study. This is kind of her area, her forte, and I'll let you see what she has to say.
Do you see this again, y'all? 34, 36, 36, 35, 37, 36, 34, 35. The magma chamber's recharging. Wish I had better news. Thought I did. Get ready for more. Dang it.
Oh my goodness, y'all. So we have a lot of seismic activity. We have some coming out of Oregon. The town that I used to live in has had an earthquake swarm, essentially. Arkansas is being hit very, very hard right now. All of the fault lines, Alaska's being hit, Hawaii's being hit. Some of that is normal, but then also some of that is that ricochet of energy due to that deep sea Indonesian earthquake, which was a 9, and so that's traveling along the tectonic plates at this point. So that's causing a little bit of mayhem. I'm seeing a lot more higher earthquakes in magnitude, so I'm talking 5 or above. So don't know what's going on, but with regards to La Palma, I'm just kind of like waiting to see what's going to happen. I really can't sleep because I'm so nervous. There's also a rumor that the White House, sorry about my gum, the White House supposedly is abandoned. I don't know if that's just internet rumors. Sorry, I am very tired. I don't know if that's internet rumor or if it's true. I don't know where to check for the veracity of those statements. If that is the case, though, that would be the sign, get out. Like, if you are on the East Coast, as soon as politicians or anyone that would have, a little bit more power or sway or influence, as soon as they start fleeing the area, that's usually a good sign to leave. So hopefully that's just internet rumor, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. Thank you guys. I love you so much. You guys give me so many sweet little words of encouragement, and it really does help. The surgery, by the way, it's gone well. Like, the healing's going well. It's just like that long wait, right? A little bit like La Palma.
Yeah, she was really sick, and she had some stuff happen and she's getting better. So, but she has been on it. Even when she was in the hospital bed, she was giving us La Palma reports. So now she brought up the White House, which is kind of funny because I have a little White House video. Now, a woman caught some stuff at the White House, and somebody had said, "Hey, man, we cannot see it. Can you fix it?" And so what she did is she screen recorded her own video. But I would say to you, this is just the other day, and there's a stretcher coming out with somebody on it. And it didn't look like they were rushing anybody anywhere. It looked like, to me, if I had to make a call, I would think it was a dead person. You guys tell me what you think. Here you go.
This is the best I can do. Zoomed in on my own screen recording.
Okay, if I have to make a call, that was a dead person. That was somebody on a stretcher. They were in no hurry to get him out of there. They rolled him out all nice and quiet in the middle of the night. Now, we've heard that there's tribunals going on there or something at the Capitol. And so I would assume that if something's going on there, it has something to do with that. I am not privy to it. I can just go with my calls and what I'm seeing. And that's kind of what it felt like. So you guys correct me if I'm wrong, and we'll go from there. Hey, all right, I want to show you real quick the Texas border. This is what Texas does when Biden sucks at it.
Texas State Troopers, protecting America.
This is my land. This is my land. This is what we prayed for. And this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you
Telling you, that's how it should be all the way down our border, guys. Every state, every American, that's how it should be. Backing each other, thick and thin. All right, now check this out. So I caught this guy this morning, said that Sacramento's already got their blackouts. What do you guys think?
Sacramento, California
I'm going to
blackout.
try and make this as quick as
Right
nighttime
now,
here, approximately
get your
10
solar.
p.m.
It's going to
in the
be a
Sacramento
cold and
Valley, the
dark
capital
winter.
of California. We've just had our blackout. Let me show you what happens. Let's open up these windows here. And we're going to simply look outdoors. You see there's no lights whatsoever. Completely black. No street lights, everything off. The only lights you see is from the satellite over there and over on the freeway over there. And you can see people with flashlights. See that? There's someone with a flashlight walking down the streets right there right now. You see that? Look at here. Nothing. Check this out. Here's the light switch. No light. It's completely dark throughout my home. Gonna open up my front door here. You can't even see out here. Look how dark. The only thing you see is my solar spotlight. Everyone else's spotlight It's electrically tied in. Look how dark it is on my street. Mine is a solar spotlight. Works off the sun. It's completely black in here. I'm not done yet. Of course, you see light in here. Got one of my photography stands. And of course, this here's on. Because my wife was making me a plant-based waffle. You see that? You see the first fear that's going to set into most people? It's the devil's playground. What is the devil's playground? Internet, social media. Yeah, but what do? Right here. You see the power is on. It's only drawn 119, 120 watts. I got the light here, and I got the internet, and here it is. Not plugged into a wall. It all came into here. But what happens if you can't get on the internet? It's okay. Open your Bible. Did you not know the Bible was the first piece of internet? Yeah. You had direct connection to it spiritually. No 5G, no 10G, no 18,000G. Just you and the Bible. You, your spirit, and the Bible. You get it? That's the only internet you need. That's the only connection you need. Well, I'm going to get on the internet and find out what's going on. California blackouts, cold, dark winter, and you folks ain't listening.
The Bible's infinity G, if you think about it. So I got to tell you guys what I've been doing. I'm on a mission right now to get an old Bible, and I just missed an 1827 one yesterday for $50. I was devastated because I want to start comparing Bibles, old versus new, and I want to see the changes that have been made. And so that's what I'm doing now. I am looking for old Bibles because I'm going to start looking into them and checking them out. Because if we don't get it together, guys, this is going to be what happens. Now, before I start, I want to show you guys this thing I got here. There's a company right now. A tech firm will pay you 150,000 lira to use your face on its robots. So think about that. They want to take a copy of your face and they want to put it on one of their robots. Oh my God, guys, what could go wrong with that? The idea of lending your face to a robot may sound like the plot from an episode of Black Mirror, but it could soon become reality. Robot manufacturer Promobot is seeking a face for its next humanoid robot, which will be used in hotels, shopping malls, and airports from 2023. So the firm is offering a whopping $200,000 to the brave volunteer who must be willing to transfer the rights to use their face forever. Now, could you imagine seeing your face on every robot that rolled around? It would get creepy very quick. And the person that signs that away, I think it'll probably be their undoing, whoever decides to do this. Because once you start seeing your face on every robot, on everything, and I'm just going to tell you right now, this is your human replacement. Did that look familiar? You know, had the little center thing just like an Iron Man. I mean, it's quite funny. I'm going to show it to you one more time, but it has the feel like shit they're showing you in Iron Man maybe isn't so fake as we thought. One more time. I mean, look at that thing, guys. Watch its emotion. Watch when it looks at the camera. Look at the emotions that it shows. Look, in amazement. Watch its see. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Look at that, guys. They're probably already among you. You just don't know it. They're probably that good already. This is soft releases so they can show you what they've already got. I would be willing to bet. You've been wanting to get a Patriots Bible. Well, I'll tell you, I God, I can't remember what kind it was I missed. It was like 1827 or something. It was all embossed thick Bible with really thick cover, and then the cross had a big indentation. I really wanted it. Someone had beat me to it. Been on there for 8 days, and of course, the day I decide to ask about it, someone's on their way. So, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an old Bible. I will find one. God will put one in my hands. This I know. So it's plain and simple. All right, let's get back to the show. Excuse me. All right, guys. So I'm gonna show you real quick. I showed you this yesterday, but this is how you get a seat in a packed crowd. I love it. That's how you get a seat anywhere. I got to tell you, we went to Costco the other day and I coughed, and oh my God, I was waiting for the alarms to go off. Everybody looked. It was so funny. But, it is what it is. This is America. And if you all act like it's America, that's how it'll end up being. Another thing, when you guys go to the store, go in crowds. Call your friends, say, hey, we're going to the store. All of you go into the store without the masks on. All of you showing numbers. I would say to you, I was thinking, in a lot of these countries, the farmers show up. They show up with their big tractors and they block things off and they cut things. They make it to where you can't get anywhere. In Germany, they did it. And I would say to you, we all have a car. We all have vehicles. We all can pull in, squeeze them things in so tight, nothing can move. And we can all make change. And look at this. Yeah, that's the tractors in Germany. This is how you make change, guys. You shut shit down. It's either the Patriots on your knees and you line up and take a shot every one of your kids, right down to your little baby, or we roll into towns like this, bring our vehicles, bring the flags, and we bring America back to what it was. The German farmers ain't playing around. They shut that town down. And that's where you get your your determination and spirit as well, because that's what we need. All right, guys. So this is called Homeland or Death. And I just want you to see what this guy has to say and take it to heart.
Today, an Austrian newspaper published the rules the government wants to introduce on the 1st of January already here in Austria. Those rules say that if you're not vaccinated, you can get fined up to 2,000 euros each time you're caught unvaccinated. This can mean, and this is explicitly being said so, that you can also get fined more than once a day, also 3 times, 4 times, 5 times if you're unvaccinated. If you refuse to pay this, the government wants to put us into a separate prison, which has to be created for unvaccinated people up to 1 year. So if you're not vaccinated, you can face prison time up to 1 year. That's the reason I need your support. We as Austrians, we all need your support. Please go to your government officials, to your local Austrian embassies, or ask your embassies in Austria to apply as much pressure as possible at the Austrian government, on the Austrian government. Just for you as an information, our new chancellor, as you know, our chancellors changed quickly in the last weeks. Our new chancellor, Karl Nehammer, is the former head of police. He was the one installing police.
Just going to say, man, this is what they're doing. They're doing it to everybody across the world. Right now, they're locking everyone down, and there's nothing we could do. But what we can do is stop it from happening here. They're telling you, if you let it get to here, it's over. All the world is looking for us right now to be the one to lead the charge. And we're failing them and ourselves. So, all right, I'm going to show you this video right now on 12 bad chemicals. Check it out.
2001, 176 countries, including the United States, got together and they said there are 12 really bad organic chemicals. They're called POPs, persistent organic pollutants. There are a lot of them, but there are 12 that are so bad that nobody could disagree that those 12 POPs had to be banned worldwide. 9 of the 12 worst organic chemicals known are pesticides, not surprisingly, because they kill things. And, of course, we have many processes and enzyme systems that are very much like insects and other pests, so they're not too good for us. But Codex has different ideas. Codex has brought back 7 of the 9 forbidden POPs that 170
Sorry, guys. It kind of clicked off on me. They're taking chemicals that we already had banned, and they're making go ahead and be used around our country. Every place else in the world bans all this shit. Our country is the only one where the FDA works for the people who want all of you dead. And when 6 companies who have basically 6 guys running them, it's funny, 6 companies, 6 guys, 6 feet apart, 666 on a regular. And this is just one thing more. Add more chemicals to your stuff. Send more chemicals through your kids' bloodstream. Send more chemicals through your bloodstream. Get it into your water, your air. Where can you go to be safe? That's my question. All right, let's talk about this PCR. I got to go to the PCR test for a minute. I had this clip. It was a few days ago, and I wanted to get it out there, and I forgot about it, and so I figured now's a good time. Here you go.
2 ways to test that is most used now are the rapid antigen test and the PCR test. Both of these things are not testing for a virus. This is what baffled me at the beginning. Ask any doctor or so-called scientist how the PCR tests work. And they're like, well, it's checking for if someone has COVID. They'll just say that flat out. The PCR test is checking for genetic material. They can say this specific genetic material here is what we're looking for and it makes up this virus. That genetic material is not specific to the virus. It's just genetic material that the majority of people have in them. Now get this. Exosomes has this same genetic material. And exosomes are released in your body from stress and fear. Aha. You got to make this connection. So that's why they've been trying to scare you this much. And especially before flu season comes, they've been trying to scare you with this new variant.
This is Vermont Department of... Thank you for calling the National COVID-19 Vaccination Assistance Hotline. This is the guidance they have us to provide. I do apologize.
And you're pretty limited on how you can respond, I'm assuming?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I got one last question for you. I want you to research with the ways they provide for you. The last thing I'm going to ask, CDC posted on their site, you'll be able to find this, that the PCR test in December, they posted this months ago, that the PCR test in December will be discontinued basically due to its inaccuracy. Well, can you sum up what you read?
Okay, so what I've read is I did see the PCR per the CDC guidance, which is public access, anyone can see it. Concerning the PCR itself, I did see that it was discontinued.
I mean, you read, so you saw for yourself that the PCR test was discontinued, right?
It says not for diagnostic using or testing.
So,
and that's found up under the...
So I'm gonna ask you this, and you can respond how you can. So I would ask, you can only respond in certain ways. So I would ask you from person to person, why are they still using the PCR test to diagnose COVID-19 if the CDC website literally says itself that it's not to be used for diagnostic purposes anymore. You know, that's why this phone number is available. I don't understand why they restrict you guys so much. I know it's not you. You've been awesome. But it's just like, why would they restrict this information so much? You should be able to speak freely. You know what I mean?
My understanding, I do understand. Oh, so my main thing that I would have to say is just the guidance itself. If you want to report this information and that there's an issue,
Do you understand? December 31st, these things will be off. They'll be done. They're already saying that they're not used for diagnostic, yet my wife lost her job for it. For not taking a test that we know, we've all seen, had worms in them. For not wearing masks that have worms in them. For not succumbing. For not being medically raped. Basically. You know, that's what the shot is. It's a rape needle. Because if you're forced to take it, that's what they're doing to you. And so I would say to every one of you, we got to stand up. No more testing, no more shots. Let everybody see the video I've shared. Let everybody see those worms and those things. You know, I will say, when you show that worm video to people who have been wearing those masks, they have a heart attack. And that's the only way we can get them. And with that said, I think I'm going to let you guys go for today. It's been one of those days. I'm kind of feeling edgy today. I don't know if things are going on, but, you know, when I feel edgy, it means I need to start looking for things for you guys. So, and I'm already feeling that today. So I just want to say, I thank you all for coming. I'm always humbled when you show up. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Send this bad boy over to Rumble, or the Patriot Man Cave on Rumble, because that's the only place you get anything. 34 strikes pretty much tells me I'm on my game, and they just do not want me to keep doing it. So, and I'm not going to let them put me down. So we will keep up with the info, and we will keep bringing you the news. Donna and I will be on this tomorrow. I thought Rick would be on today, but he did tell me yesterday he didn't think he'd have signal today. So I kind of knew that. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe, like I said. And I'll say a prayer and let you guys get out of here. Dear Lord, I ask that you watch over all the patriots today. You watch over all of the world. You bring all the people together so that they can fight this evil that has landed upon our planet. I ask that you help us push this evil back into the sea and never let it rise again. I ask that you go with the soldiers. They do the rescuing missions, and they find the babies, and they fight things that we never want to fight. And you give them the strength, the fortitude, and the will to come home to their families. I ask that you go with the babies as they hit the surface, fill them with your light, heal them with your light, so they can lead a normal life. And finally, I ask that you blanket this nation. She needs you more than ever, and she needs to get back to a goodly, godly country. In your mighty name we pray this day and every day. Amen, amen, amen. I want to thank you guys for coming. It is always a great time. It's always fun to talk, chat, and share with you what I had. I had to get it all out there. I had it loaded up today, and I didn't want to miss anything. You know, it's a matter of fact, let me make sure I didn't miss anything for you guys. Well, damn it, I did. But I will have that on in the morning. It's some, I got a couple of things from an elder, and you know what it is? It's funny about the elders. They seem to know a lot. And I think that's why they have this mission to kill off the elders now. If you think about it, all the rest homes, all the elderly, seem to be the target. Why would that be? Because as you kill off the elderly, you kill off history. And then you write your own. So if you kill all the elderly, then you can rewrite history with ease. Because none of the younger people remember. Or do their due diligence to say, hey, whoa, wait a minute, what they're telling us isn't what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and with that said, I want to thank you guys for coming. You guys are always fun. Doug, Erica, Tessa, Patriots Lab, Sherry, I'm glad you guys all made it today. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next one. Hey, thanks for coming. As soon as I find my video for you, just a sec. Oh, there we go. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Now you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breathe. drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world, and a bold world for me. Yeah, yeah. Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me.
To go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together. No